the screenings where we discuss the films you love but no one else gets, and we see if they still hold up tonight. Things are heating up. It's getting hot in here. Can you guys feel it? I feel it. And if you're not careful, you just might get burned, okay? And we don't want that to happen because we are watching The Burning tonight. No, thank you. Thank you. That was rough. We'll try it again. Thank you. So let's start this show. As always, guys, I am joined by my co-host, Chris Wilbrecht.
Hey, what's up?
Kyle Smith.
Hey, how's it going?
And Michael Salustio.
Hello, everybody.
Tonight we are going to be screening The Burning, but before we do, if you guys don't know, we are a podcast. If you don't know what a podcast is, ask your kids. They'll help explain to you. No, it's basically like a radio show that we do. No. Some people are like, what the fuck? No,
all of these people are at least millennials or elder millennials.
It happens. Elder millennials. That's a new term.
I'm an elder millennial.
I've never heard that before. I'm an elder millennial. The old EM. But we are on iTunes. We're on Spotify. We have reviewed well over 200 cult classics. This is one of them that we've done. It's The Burning. We'll be showing that tonight. Came out in 1981. Had a budget of $1.5 million. Made $700,000 in the box office, basically. A little bit, rounding down, but barely. And then it has a current score of Rotten Tomatoes of 86% critic, 61 audience. So you know who's writing this down. This is a test. This is a test. But yeah, no. So how many people here? Just real quick, I want to gauge. First time to Film Bar? Anyone?
Oh, there we go.
Wow. Welcome to the community. So this is something we do like every other month. We come out here and we screen either a cult film or a cult classic that we think is important or just fun for whatever holiday, like Friday the 13th.
And not show Friday the 13th.
And not, because fuck that. No, it's just rebels. And we do this every other month, like I just said. Come out and join the fun. But one of the things I wanted to get into is how many people here have seen this movie before, have seen The Burning? Nice.
Oh, not that many.
Nice.
Not that many at all.
So when, if you raise your hand, I might call on you. Sorry, I should have said that before. Sir, when was the first time that you saw The Burning?
I actually own the DVD.
Nice.
I know it's kind of weird comes to watch the movie when
No, right?
That's not weird at all.
No, that's
You're
not weird at all.
what you love. That's important.
So did you first see it when you just like, hey, this cover art's cool, I'm gonna buy it on DVD, or did you like see it beforehand in your childhood or anything like that?
No, I'm just a fan, obviously, of horror movies, like probably most of the people comment
Cool.
on.
Yeah.
And I bought it at a Suncoast back in
Nice!
And I had seen it like online on the internet. They had spoken about it. They had Tom Savini involved, so
Yeah.
Right?
I'm a Tom Savini fan and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, let me check it out. And
Right? And you're like, Jason Alexander? I thought it was just Right? No, that's exactly right. It's this weird slasher film that, it came out in 81, so it came out a year after the original Friday the 13th. And you're kind of like, why have I never heard of this? That was my initial reaction. I don't know, Chris, was that your initial reaction when you picked this?
No.
You picked this film, Chris.
Yeah.
I have a question here about that, Chris. It says you picked this film on the podcast. What initially made you pick it for a review? And then what are you hoping to get out of it with watching with this audience? And what are you hoping the audience gets out of watching it with us?
Wow. Long question.
It's a loaded question, guys.
3-point question.
Yeah, I mean, I picked it because I was a video store kid, and this was always a film that I passed by in the aisles and never picked up for some reason, but I was always intrigued by it. You know, the imposing garden shears on the cover over the river, going up through the woods. I was like, okay, that looks interesting. And also, like, I don't know, maybe recently, maybe somebody put it out, I don't know, but like there was a resurgence and it kept coming up, and I was like, why did I never see this movie before? So that's why I picked it. What I got out of it was, why did I never see this movie before? Like, I love horror films, I love slasher films, I love camp slashers. Why did I never watch this? And I felt like a complete idiot because I feel like this is quintessential 80s slasher. I don't know why it got buried at the time it came out. but I'm kind of sad that it did. But then again, now here we are talking about it. So I hope the audience comes away seeing kind of like the artistic value of this slasher compared to say like a Friday the 13th. Like some of the cinematography is a little bit more impressive, and the lighting and the mood of the film is different. And I don't know, I enjoy it for all those reasons. So hopefully the audience sees it as well.
Nice. All right, Mike. He kind of brought it up here a little bit that this film wasn't a success. Why do you think it wasn't a success?
Maybe it has to do with the fact that maybe people saw it as maybe a Friday the 13th knockoff, maybe? I'm not quite sure. I mean, slashers were pretty popular, I believe, at this time.
Yeah.
I mean, I was one, so I can't really speak for that from memory. But I don't know. Maybe because it was written by Harvey Weinstein back when he was a total fucking monster still. And people just knew it back then, before he was choking people. Doing normal Harvey Weinstein. I don't know. I have no idea why this movie wasn't well received or even really watched in any way by anyone.
That was great.
That was a great.
I hope that was an enlightening answer.
Yeah,
for you.
sure. I think we all learned a little bit.
I could have summed that up with, I don't fucking know.
So again,
Kinda what I was thinking.
as it was mentioned, Tom Savini did the special effects for this film. He also did for the original Friday the 13th, which today is Friday the 13th. What do you think? Which movie would you put has the better special effects, and which one would you say has the better kills?
I would put the special effects on this film, for sure. And I kind of think that ties into the kills, because in this one, I feel like they're shot a little hard. In terms of how they're shot harsher, so you see the effect more. It's more in your face. I think there's more blood that's happening. I feel like there might be, granted, I haven't seen this in a while, this movie, but I think there might be less kills, but when they happen, I think they're more aggressive. And like the whole canoe scene with you guys will see it. It's a canoe scene. It's really well done. In terms of like kills, I do feel like Friday the 13th might have a few more creative kills, because like you have like the one, I forgot the one character's name, but he's like pinned to the door, and the arrow coming through Kevin Bacon's neck is shot really well. So it's an even split for me.
I do want to say that I think that this film is better than the original Friday the 13th.
I think so.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I mean, it's very ballsy to say.
This is
I
a
don't think it's that
conversation for like
ballsy.
On Friday the 13th.
On Friday the 13th.
Original?
Yeah.
The weird thing is like when we watched this originally, I had like
Not
tied it into
Jason.
Friday the 13th, because we were all like, we're in the beginning of this film. If you haven't seen it, sorry, spoiler alert.
They haven't. We already took a poll.
I know.
Like,
Well,
no one here has
I
seen
want
it.
to talk about this because it's just one weird.
You're gonna ruin the movie for them?
No, it's right at the beginning. Where do those kids get the skull?
What?
The skull. Where do they get the skull? It's Jason's mom's skull. I really believe that.
Oh, skull.
Yeah, the skull.
School.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
Where do they get to
School.
go to school?
Where do they go to
They
school?
went to the
school
same
at
school
Jason's
Jason's mom went to, and that's why they're all sick in the head.
All right, guys. So let's just start watching this man with Jammer, shall we? Hey, one real quick public service announcement, guys. Please enjoy this film. Have fun with it. You know, if you know it, quote it, shout out at the screen. But just be respectful of everybody else who is trying to watch it too at the same time. So don't go too crazy. And
Start fights.
yeah, don't start fights. Last screen was crazy. Rowdy. So just have a good time and enjoy the burning.